I was hearing 99.9% don't matter anything. Their opinion doesn't matter. What they say doesn't matter. Their false recordings, all this stuff, it don't matter. I don't know what these people is doing. You know, somebody sitting here minding their business, they're not engaging with all these people are guilty of some type of usurping, stealing, or thievery. Every single one of them. It's like somebody trying to say, oh, from that thing, oh, that's not you, that's not full of sin. That's the baby. You was never supposed to know anything about what I was doing anyway on this earth. This just proves to me that somebody knew something majestic or they knew something godly about me since I was little, and I'm speaking the truth. I'm not doing anything in life right now that would have somebody come try to get a spare key and take my DNA samples and all this stupid trash. You would have been better off. See, they thought because they kept somebody out the limelight, they could just bully and punch and pommel on somebody and just do whatever they wanted to do. See, because if you didn't have any kind of fame or if I didn't have any kind of something like this, who's gonna care? But you don't even matter in this case. The people that's getting judged cannot be the judge. So somebody is saying something like if somebody's pregnant or something, a baby, like it's something is inside of the air. I don't know what we talking about, but I don't know if this is a dis-ease. There's no real heirs. There's only these fake heirs of this fake kingdom that you've been upholding ever since the day that I was born. That's coming down in a way. Gonna burn down with the people. You're gonna burn in hell. Period. The fact that you even thought that you could try to judge greatness, these demons, these damned, these other creatures. I had to wake up a minute ago and I'm like, what is the deal? What is all this? You think if you think imagine Jesus walking around in that robe and them sandals and they walking from city to city. There's no bathtubs, there's nowhere for them to stop or anything. They might even be stinky or smelly or dirty or their toenails is all crusty and crispy, walking through the dirt all day and the sand in between their toes and stuff like this. Imagine this, because I could swear, right? I felt like somebody had came in and examined my body or something. Like I don't have my feet done and stuff like this. Usually I have a little bit of extra money when I need my feet done. I can just tell my person, oh, I just need my feet done like once a month or whatever, and then he'll give me the money. But because somebody is programming this person, these people are they can't do it to me. They can maybe mess with me in my sleep by trying to you. It's still a sin. It's still against the law. It's still breaking all kind of universal and other codes. Usually we see greatness. Everybody sees the person come on the scene, so-called greatness. Martin Luther King and everybody, they seen them come on the scene. They got a following. I didn't even get the birth mine, and you trying to contaminate it. Are you taking everything that I was supposed to come and bring into the world, the light that I'm bringing into the world, and steal it and give it to demons? You guys are disgusting. You can't never talk to me. You're a disgusting, despicable group of people. And I don't owe you anything. No blood, no samples, no anything. If I found out that there was a race of people that were eating and feasting on me that needed my DNA or my cells, I would put myself under some type of strict I would lock myself in the tower and make sure they can't never get none of it with guards all around it. And if God said these people gonna start dying, that's exactly what they deserve to do. You understand? If it's if you got to do that much to stay surviving on this earth, and you're doing those horrible things, You don't deserve to get the access and the things that people that you're getting to keep yourself alive, or your race or your strand or whatever you are. You see, everybody want to think about, just like I told you with Martin Luther King, everybody thought it was I had a dream. They always fed that to us, but he had a lot more, you know, kind of angry speeches and stuff like this too. Same thing with Jesus. Jesus wasn't just coming here with love and light. The situation is different for all of these problems that surrounding someone. So you mean to tell me that all these people knew that somebody was a Jesus or a Christ or a son of God, and they hid it from that person, and they used all the resources that that person was supposed to use, and then now they're poking and prodding and trying to kill that person, make that person sick, trap that person, put a blindfold over their eyes, something with that person. So that's why I say I'm looking at error as a group in the Nagamani. Because I was thinking about these people that do this Uranus rituals and do that to open up their third eye. And but they try to act like it's because they're tapped into something. No, you did something else. That's what opened up your eyes. You let somebody cast their pearl or their penis to your swine, your butt, and that's already out the door. You already canceled. Yeah, you could have some higher knowledge, or this might open up your, third eye or your kundalini or something. But it's still that's a different sector. Don't come over here talking to me about what I'm doing. We don't even have a problem with anybody saying what people are saying to my face or doing to my face or doing to me when I'm conscious or something like this, or what I'm doing my own will. That's what I'm saying. Like these people is like, oh, the love and light. I know for a fact you are not supposed to be getting the love of the Christ or Jesus right now, because I don't feel it for these people. You want to force it or something, it's not going to work, or you get it from somebody else. It's not what you need. So I don't know what you don't understand. You learn how to treat people right and do right or something like this by people. If you can't even do right by the one person that God sent in to do something or to heal some people or something like this, what make you think you deserve to have any type of second chance or touch anything of mine that you think would be, you know, that's like somebody saying, oh, well, we can't because we still did so much with the Messiah. Oh, let's just go create another one. Yours is contaminated. It's born in rape and pillage. Rape and pillage. It doesn't have to be a physical, if somebody even did in vitro on you or something like this, it's still rape and pillage. It's not your stuff. You got blood on your hands. You knew enough for somebody to be harmed, slain, cut, something like this in their home, but you did not get that person to safety. But you got several vandals and sneaky scammers and stuff places to live. And Morocco don't have nothing to do with this. We talking higher level even than that. I don't know what these people keep talking about the letters from Morocco. No, you just thought that the person was going to sound some kind of way, act some kind of way, do something like this. You thought you thought the passion of Christ was, somebody just being led to slaughter and bloody. You didn't think that it was going to be Christ coming back in vengeance and anger and going across the scene with his robe with blood. From what you think the blood is from the slaughter. These are people that tried to already steal from the table that was placed here for Christ or for whoever else. You stole from the table and you think that your tables is going to stay bolted to the ground? What do you say? How are you? There's definitely a John energy under judgment right now, because you didn't this time tell the brooding vipers whatever. You worked with them. And it says, oh, you brooding vipers with your wickedness and all these other things. How you think you're going to escape the penalty or something of sin? I mean, of hell. How are you going to escape hell? By killing the Christ? So that's what I said. It's giving me very much Jerusalem or Heru in Salem. A Heru energy, Egyptian energy, and the witches of Salem. The Salem witch trials. Well, it's not giving me the Salem witch trials, but it's making me think about Salem, like witches like that. all of the witches. And it's like your soul and your energy is contaminated. Some of these people don't even have a soul. And you think that anything that you're doing with me or to me, I should say to me, okay, I'll rephrase that, is going to stick. Did you pick up the first stone? Do you have sin? Do you understand? I'm not going to sit here and run around and talk about no little small talk about cussing or anything that I've done or did in my life or something like this. I feel like it would take I don't care what scholarships and school and learning and stuff like this or whatever people have taken. It just, and then we talk about signs and symbols, but signs and symbols do not run this world. It might run the rest of the world. It don't run this world. I could see some of them, but it doesn't run this world. Mm-mm. Nothing runs this world. Girls don't run this world. What you're doing is illegal by tampering with somebody's information. By, you know, okay, so now you got these little bippity boppity people that's running around here. This ain't even old world, old Hollywood or nothing like this. You got these little bippity boppity people, any little piece of person around here that want to have something to do with creating some little show or a little module on YouTube, tapping into sacred information, into my information, trying to manipulate something. You plugged all these people into my server and they mad because they was talking to a snake and then now they want to attack me. That's how the brooding vipers thought. They would attack everybody to my good energy, okay? And then pull it away from them or manipulate them or step in the way and soothsay or, you know, step in between the conversation at some point in time and like ask these people for money or something. I've never asked anybody for money. Only person I asked for money ever in my life, really, I would think, if I think back, like on some serious stuff, like I said, was my so-called father and my so-called husband. And that marriage is estranged, baby. These people they don't have no uh, rights over my life or anything like this. The only thing we need to talk about that marriage for, whether the person is in this house, out the house, the trickery or whatever, is what the fuck you owe me. That's it. We don't need to talk about nothing else. We don't need to talk about nothing else. And that's all kind of information, knowledge, keys need to be handed down, passed over. That's everything that's going to be stripped from them people is going to be given to me. Not onto, I about to say, ooh, I about to say onto a beast, the beast. These people do not get to keep that access. Why? If I told you that I had a nurse and it was proven you found something in my bloodstream, I'm like, my nurse has poisoned me. Oh, just stop it. You found something in my bloodstream. Because I heard somebody say, I don't write down tragedies. There's also somebody that's delusional. You shouldn't be writing down anything. Somebody is a piece of trash. You should not be writing down anything. This could be this dream energy. This could be this singer to dream. This could be somebody else. Y'all want to give me your destiny and your whatever so bad. I don't want to be a musician. I don't want to be a star. I don't want to be a celebrity. I want what's mine. You get what I'm saying? I don't lust after people's things. Or when I look at celebrities and stuff, I don't care about how many gold rings. It look ridiculous to me. Doesn't matter who it is, with what's going on in the world. I couldn't even enjoy the things. Like I don't lust after people's stuff. I'm not lusting after no penis. I'm not lusting after no nothing. I'm not even in love with anything or anybody. I'm just here. This is a different season here. I'm here in 10 years down the line. That was a song that just, I don't know why. I was just outside for a second and I heard that song, and I don't know what we're going to. Um, but again, what the way I look at it is, if all these people are doing all this weird stuff to me, around me, so called for me or something, and I'm not sure what it is, or like I said, say these people found some kind of something happened to us some odd years ago, and it put a seal or a coating over the eyes of God's children or something like this, okay, or over some people's ears or something like that. Just say something happened where people were trying to slow down judgment, and so they decided to throw some dust in somebody's eye or something, and it would last there for like 20 years so that they can't see like right what's right in front of them, on a spiritual level. Say something like this. It's something that you would need to see, like you would need to see demons or something like this to cast them out. Maybe you can't see them, but then now, because you were blindfolded, you can feel them, you can hear them, you can hear something like this in order to it just sharpened up other skills for you to handle it a different way. So now there's nobody. First of all, there was nobody on earth like you, or like me, okay, or like you, if you think this is you. All right. And then these people do something and make constraints for you, and you just get better. Imagine that. Who can judge me? And especially if tapping into my brain is like taking a piece of fruit from the tree of life, and your ass would be dead. What? Tell me, who are you talking to? That's why I don't relate to anything on this earth right now. I'm the only thing. Me and God is the only thing I can relate to. I can't relate to anything. I can't relate to giving a damn about nothing that's going. When I can see that people is moving real queasy like this, I can't even equate to, you would think that it would make you say, oh my God, let me, sometimes I do want a new wardrobe or something like this, but let me go get a new wardrobe for these people to like me, or maybe they will stop. You're not going to stop, because you're programmed like a zombie or something like this with a chip in it. That's why I said these people are not, to eliminate these beings that's doing this, they're not even people. They don't have a soul anymore. They're not nothing. They're terrorists or something like this. These people are terrorists. They just look like me and you. They look like your next door neighbor. They look like all this stuff. No, we could be sitting here talking about this, and the only thing is that I'm saying, oh, I can't see, or the blindfold. This could just be sleep. Somebody, when they go to sleep, this is when people are attacking someone with the blindfold on their two of swords. It could be that this neighbor has an entity attachment that was created, or these are people. I was just watching something about ancient bloodlines. It was a documentary about ancient bloodlines, and I think I've seen this before. And there was a man that was on there, an Asian man. And I was like, look at his phenotype. That's kind of strange for an Asian man to have that kind of facial structure at the bottom. It kind of reminded me of some people in my family, or it reminded me of my facial features. And then I looked at the girl across from him, and it was an older lady. And I'm like, that reminded me of my the stepsister. These could be wicked stepsisters. They don't see themselves this way, but I kind of do. Okay. So I'm like, oh my goodness, that looked like my supposed stepsister, um, Sarah. Okay. This could be the one that they could have matched up with my masculine energy back in the day. This is Jackson energy as well, because the Jacksons is under judgment too. And whatever names, I about to say atheist names, whatever other alias names that these people are using, that's to go with that. Whoever whoever you inbred with, or whoever else was woven into these family lines, these wicked baby mamas and baby daddies that had ulterior motives and things like this, everybody's under judgment. Whatever was woven into whatever you are, or I am. There's like a judgment because you thought you could judge me. This ain't that. Say the only thing that's wrong with me is that I go to sleep at night, or somebody's giving me something at night, and people are doing weird things to me, and I can't see that. There's nothing wrong with me. It's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. If you could walk past me every day down my street and say hello to me, and you a person that's sneaking, and we think we live in America, you know, where we pay our home, you know, taxes and mortgage or whatever, and then we live in a neighborhood or something like this, and you think it's just that. Those are my neighbors. They don't got no business coming, you know. I was thinking about that like back in the day with Disney movies and shows and stuff like this. How the friend, Full House and stuff. The friend could just walk in the house at any time and take stuff. Okay, your neighbor is thyself. I don't love my neighbor as myself because I know that we got demons living around us that are doing things or strange things or you should not be doing if somebody is an adult, you should not be doing things that they don't understand with their energy, with their image, with anything. So say that the only thing that I couldn't see is that at nighttime these people prowl around my house or something like this, uh sneak around, put something in my veins. you know if these people are sneaky, why are you keeping them in a position? Because okay, you could have had somebody that was one of these people that did this for your little secret thing, but what if you found out that this person was actually shooting up people's with drugs and then taking their blood to keep them stuck in a situation that they need to get out of? And somebody brings this up, you're going to keep that person on the team? Okay, it's something wrong with the whole thing. Get rid of the whole thing. Who are you? Let's place these people where they belong. You don't got no business over here. Because people like to say, you think you holier than thou, and I like to say holier than thou that do that, because I don't do that. I've never done that. I don't do that to anybody. And I find it funny is the people in the flocks that was running around with these feathers and with these other people, organizations, secret societies, and all this stuff. You do that. I don't do that. So yes, that's what I said. I follow the it's just real easy to do. Stay the fuck out of people's yard. Stay from people's what is you doing? Like I'm a, I'm a higher ranking individual than you on this earth. And you mean to tell me that you can't come to me just like you would call one of your constituents, or you would call one of your um buddies in the Ivy League or something like this, or that you went to college with, and then, hey, I wanted to run something across you real quick. Do you think you can meet me in my office tomorrow at 2 o'clock? I just wanted to talk about something that we found in this person's DNA or something. What makes you think that's your first motherfucking mistake? You see what I'm saying? Also, I was hearing something about somebody was like in jail. The people are using imagery as witchcraft. You see how they keep on putting up because the Epstein thing is a red flag. Either Epstein is still alive, and they're planning on doing something, in August or something like this. Okay, some type of ritual or something like this. All right, or um, yeah, these people in the town are handling our children, and when they say I'm going to the library, I'm going here, they have these people doing crimes or something like this, like sacrifice, like these are like blood sacrifice or child sacrifice, to like go underneath somebody's parents nose. These are supposed to be teachers or mandated reporters. They're supposed to report things. They're not supposed to make snuff films and things like this. Okay, they're not supposed to be working with the city. If your child say, I'm going to the movies with my friend, and then they get the child somewhere else, and then all these people rape the child, and the child come back traumatized, and she can't say nothing to the mom or the dad because of what happened. You're not supposed to be doing this. You're not supposed to be, if parents are just like, okay, I'm letting my child go somewhere. I don't want to stress out or anything like this. You're not supposed to be flooding that person's brain with images of their child being raped and things like this, or being violated. You fucking people are sick. I hope this city burned to the fucking ground. You're gonna find all these witch bitches, and you're gonna burn these old crusty bitches to the ground. I don't even care if the town go down with it. and I'm the last house standing. These despicable, disgusting people do not belong here. You're a foreigner. You're a fucking alien. You don't belong here making choices on this soil when it comes to this type of soil or this type of tree or this type of being or this type of entity or this type of God or whatever this is. Nobody needs this. Nobody needs this on earth. That's all you know how to do. This is rotten. Using an analogy here with apples, but rotten, disgusting, vile people filling up the earth with them. Who's doing that? Who's thinking that's okay? Oh, just because you're not walking out here with a gun and your pants hanging down and a do-rag on your head or something like this, you're not a thug, or you're not just a criminal or something like this. It makes it even worse. If somebody thinks that they should be getting a key to somebody's house and come, if I say, hey, I don't like you, I don't want to be around you or something like this, and you say, oh, that's just a joke or something like this, I'm gonna just get a key made. Then you don't have to worry about it. You won't even know when I come in. You won't know, motherfucker. I said, leave me the fuck alone. What you don't understand? Like something is done already. Like I don't want to be involved with anything that's like floating around in the air and has no substance. I don't. The only thing I'm connected to that you can't really all the way fully describe is God. I don't want nothing y'all got to offer. I don't desire nothing. I'm not wanting for nothing. But I want to. I like to say that word deserve. I don't think that I could be deserving, all right? But I am to have what belong to me. That's it. And you am or are not to have what belongs to me. And I'm not one of them. Wherever I'm placed on this earth, I'm supposed to be there. So I command when I go there. When I'm there, I command. You don't command me. I command when I'm there. You understand? This is the difference between me and the rest of them. This must be having something about Jesus casting out demons by calling people out, calling out what they were doing in the city or whatever, doing in a town or something like this, a nation. The thing is, you will never, like anybody that's really following off of these demons and going for what they say, it doesn't matter. Then you don't matter just like them. It just keep on rolling on and on and on. It just keeps going on and on and on. It doesn't matter. You think because you took some people underground and taught them, or you put a cartridge in their head and gave them the information that they would need today, you had a heads up. When you don't matter in a situation, it don't matter. You see, why do I have to? Y'all already know this. Why I gotta come on here and say it? You already know this. I'm not a criminal. I'm not under judgment. I'm not going to court. Why would I have to watch what I have to say anywhere around where I'm going? I'm not in court for nothing. I'm not guilty of anything. I'm not guilty of anything. But being who some whole bunch of people know I am, but they don't want me to be. And they know more about it than me. I'm not guilty of anything. So you little compilations of things that somebody said, or chopping and screwing people's words to make it seem like they saying or doing something, or cutting images to make it seem like they're doing something or saying something. I heard the Bopsy twins. I seen there's this twin people online, these twin guys online that do these videos, and I was just thinking like, oh no, I know this ain't what this is talking about. I was watching a clip of the House of Cards, and it's like the guy was like, oh, you're not supposed to do nothing but like do something like this, and I was just thinking, but it just don't even it make no sense. Like when I think about shows like that, because Yeah, okay. I don't know what these people, because I never watched the whole series. I think I started watching a long time ago and I stopped. But that's the difference between me and you. When these people drug us and take us to locations and make it seem like we doing something that's against our will, or when you go punching in things to control with billing and coding somebody's brain pattern to make them do something that they said they don't want to do. That's the difference between me and you. You did that stuff willingly sometimes. Some people, okay, I'm hearing some people didn't. They got tricked too. If they thought you were important enough, but they treat you like you're not important at all. Those kind of people, your situation if that's was you. But some of these people willingly, I feel like it's the ones that go hard is the one that they willingly did these things. And then they say, oh, shoot, they got me, didn't they? Then they willingly did. Like you could do a million things to somebody after they're drugged. It's not their will. You know it. The people around you that helped you do it, they know it. So again, we're not the same. Can you see what I'm saying? And then when you thought it was harmful, you went ahead and you learned this skill and got a gang of people to start doing it to people too, to harm people or to discredit them, devalue them, something like this. Somebody's value could never be decreased. Not on that level, maybe on a physical, social level for y'all. But again, you don't even matter in that much. Do you see how arrogant this is? You know what I mean? And not in this situation. Not in this situation. You know, it'd be like somebody getting pregnant back in the day by a king or something like this. And then, maybe the king gives this person a chateau on the on the other side of town or something like this. And the woman wants to bring her, she gets pregnant, she brings her mother, maybe her sister, something like this. But your whole clan, no, it normally don't work like that. There are gonna be some family members that mad or jealous that they got left behind or something like this. The problem came when you started putting mistresses in a position or something like this. Like something is very backwards, very cattywampus, making judgment on another woman's life or something like this when they're in a commitment with a certain person or something like this. That's also a sin. Why are you doing that? Why that's adultery. That's Jezebel energy. You know, having your hands in too many different company business deals. You're Jezebels. Do you see what other countries and now they have a little bit of power here and a little bit of power? You were never supposed to do that. You was never supposed to let these people. You was never supposed to sell them no land. You was never supposed to do none of this stuff. You already did the sins. So say the only thing that's wrong with me is that these people be drugging me so that they can get stuff from me or something like this. It's not that. It's not like, oh, the blind can't lead the blind or something like this. Because what we talking about, it ain't even by sight. So actually, the person with the blindfold on can see what we talking about on a spiritual so-called level or a connection to God better than those who keep looking just with their eyes. Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's like fine tuning. So actually, that's not a blind person. It's that, or okay, what did they say? Something about blind faith. It's really not. You can't get mad at me because you tried to delete some memories or something from me. Maybe in ancient times there was old places where people used to meet up in this town or something, but I think this is witchcraft. The witchcraft. And so somebody's like pulling on somebody's energy, but maybe there's places that they can't pull on your energy at or to. Um, these people like, oh, I hope you're gonna be there or something like this. The communicate. That's why I told you the communication is blocked. But this is not God blocking this. These are tarot readers and stuff that these people went to. If they had wisdom or they had the Messiah and the Messiah was using tarot cards, that's not a tarot reader. You knew what this person was before they picked. You knew that you seen this person do different things and use different methods to enhance their skills of seeing, knowing, being, or something like this on this planet. And then they put those things down and then they move on. They use these things as self-taught kind of tools or something like this. You ain't seen that person do nothing wicked, take no skull head and put it in no ashes and do no crazy shit. You never seen this person doing nothing like this. Why are you sitting there trying to just call this person? You had a malice in your heart when you thought to say that. When you thought to just pick up the fact that somebody looks at things differently or they see things that and you just want to say, oh, it's a witch or something. But is the pot calling the kettle black? Is it? These people is crazy. It's a if we found out that if somebody's school that there was a raging group of pedophiles, okay, that whether they was caught and they on the registered list or not, we know what these men are. And every day at a elementary school, these men stand around a gate or something like this. All right, because I'm thinking about that gate at school again. They stand around some kind of gate or something like this, and they just sit there and whistle at all the girls as they walk past to get on the school bus to leave the school. Now somebody might say, well, the whole school is gated. The gate runs up to the door to the bus, so they never have to see or touch these people. The bus blocks the doorway. The kids just come right out of the fence and they get right on the bus. There's no way for these men to get in. Don't worry about it. What? Yeah, you could say that, but by day 3, the first week, parents is gonna be out there, and it's gonna be rage. They're gonna rip that person apart. They ain't even go. Somebody is gonna get stirred up so bad. Somebody, if there's 10 of these people, we got rights here. We got rights, because we're pedophiles or whatever like this. I told you, and pedophile ain't just somebody that just touches on a kid's private parts. This is also somebody, and this is not to give the excuse to any group for being a pedophile. I'm not one, okay? But what I'm saying is, what the point that I'm trying to make with that is, I just lost my train of thought, y'all. Oh, about pedophilia, meaning that people are not at the ripe age, or these people that you turn to vampires and then they starting over. Their age or something is starting over. Okay. This is also oh, I had to say this too real quick. When they say trust God or just trust Christ, but everybody else was fooled by somebody like the devil or the magician, except for me, this world. The rest of the world was fooled, but the world, God is in the world card. That's his baby. So why, you see, you don't have to believe me. It really ain't for you to. You just don't fuck with me. You see what I'm saying? So think about that. You with a person that's doing all these things. They calling themselves Christ or Jesus or whatever this is, but they got to do all these things. But there's something different about when we talk about this motherfucker right here. Somebody could have all these wives, and then they could have illegally married you or something without your permission. All these years, all what? You're not Jesus. Whoever this person, even if it was Mohammed, even if it's somebody else or some other entity or something, you're not God. Okay, if God said have Christ and God, Jesus or whatever, but the God that I'm talking about said, don't even look up to none of them people. It's talking to me. That's in heaven. If somebody made a makeshift heaven and they mad because they can't communicate, you're not the real thing then. Instead of trying to prove I'm not, go check yourself, because you can't be the right thing, because I'm going to know when the right thing comes. And God ain't sending me no man that's already in some other religion, or that they're already contaminated, or they've already had a life full of sin. The thing about it, you can be mad if you want to, but we are being told that there is somebody that's different than other people, that where we see people, we read about or know about these people that's supposed to be coming, that their stuff registers, check out at the cash register different. Somebody can get mad if they want to, but that's just the case. Same thing as Six Flags Great America. If you're younger, and I got to put it this way, First, everybody had to stand in line at Six Flags Great America. Now they came with a turbo pass. I don't know what the fuck they call it. Okay, they get these passes and these things, and at first it was just one pass. You get this kind of extra pass, then you get to get in that second line and then move faster. Now they probably got something on top of that, on top of that, on top of that, on top of that. You know, who knows now? I don't know what they doing to get the people on the ride. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they got a hop pass. You know, and I might be some pissed. Like, imagine if they had a hopping pass. Like, you could be at the back of the line, but since you special and you paid this much, you could just, you know, you can't cut. You could cut in the front of like 5 people at a time until you get like to get there quicker or something. Like, I don't know what they gonna do next, but I mean, none of it makes sense, or that didn't make sense maybe that much, but you understand the concept that I'm trying to say. You know, you don't think that some little kids in the line don't really understand what's going on and see them other people walking past them, and they've been sitting up in that line all that time, and they see these people standing over here is going so fast. They seeing all of them get on the line and get off, and hey, yeah, that was so great and everything. Oh my God, it was such a rush. You know, they see people doing this. Like, this person was just here 3 minutes ago. How is they on the? We've been in this line for 3 hours. Like, eventually the person gonna look over there like, I want that pass. You know what I'm saying? But if you think about this too, I don't know why I just seen a brain shaking around. Because if you think about this like this, when it comes to roller coasters, excuse me, and stuff like this, I was wondering what does it do to the brain? Even some of this new stuff that everybody's trying to be so secretive. You know, I'm seeing people like dummy neighborhoods or decoy neighborhoods. I mean, oh, whole neighborhoods. Dang, I about to say homes in neighborhoods. Okay, where you just go in the home, you know what I'm saying, and then go down into some layer, and then there's the access point to a different whole new world. You know, China could be beneath our feet. This could also be Christ running everything that's beneath the feet, or beneath the earth and everything in it, or on it, or under it. And what they want to act like is these other nations is whatever, but really a lot of this shit can be right underneath our feet. It made me think about Enoch when he talked about all those different worlds. But of course, if somebody was welcoming a new Christ or a new Messiah, or somebody was supposed to teach the ancient ways, and these people think that they think that if they just deny this one person for no reason, this you was good to all these people, but just because they don't like you, or just because they think that they're going to be able to cut you out from something, or cut me out from something. You see, I have so much more to offer. I haven't even fully been opened up, but you think that your demon ass to open up something over here that you blocked me from, and you done got these people through it because they special to you. Okay, these is men on earth. These are mere men, or people that came up with science or whatever. They still mere. All right, they still not God. I had to learn to look at it that way before I even let a tear drop. Before I eat, and somebody say, "Ooh, see, you talk too much. You shouldn't have said that you cried in that dream." I told you, I don't know if that was me crying or not. It don't matter. It don't matter. The fact that you tried to dupe me or set me up or something like this, or the fact that somebody else can get in somebody's dream and pull on their energy and force them to do something or whatever like this. What is wrong with you? You're not even supposed to be a part of this part of the journey. You are a filthy energy. I don't want you around my journey. I said what I said. I don't want nothing but the best of the best. It's almost like somebody wanted you to wake up, come to life, and then die right then. Like somebody was acting like you was alive and living. You was barely, right? Your music wasn't even turned all the way up. You was never to your full capacity. Motherfuckers seen you at just like 0%. And then they like, oh yeah. Man, if this one get lit all the way, so you stop somebody's stuff. There's a process of living and dying on this earth, and you thought that some of these beings thought you could manipulate that. This between God and that person. You thought that you could manipulate that. Listen, these people can't be feeling themselves that much. You're not gonna be feeling yourself that much longer. These people is fake flexing. You try to be in control of every aspect of somebody is crazy. I'm not bound to anything. Ain't nothing bound to me. I don't take no oaths. I ain't never taken no fucking oath. Unless you try to say something like funny or smart ass like, oh, the prejudice of Libra. What the heck? The prejudice of Libra. I don't know where that came from. Girl, I was trying to say the Star Spangled Banner, or like in the morning when we before school when we used to say the anthem, or what the hell did we used to say? Or they don't do it in school anymore? Or which it stands, one nation under God. Didn't we used to do that in school? Indivisible with liberty and justice for all. Didn't you used to do that and then sit down? I can't remember. So they must be already trying to take away memories of the past or whatever of the youth. Also, these people have with these forever youngers, they have been, glamorizing this energy, or they have been protecting these wicked ones. They're not innocent. They so bored on earth because this person still want to be fulfilled by these beings that they just terrorizing shit. Like we're trying to get our children on board that could be intermingled with these particular type of children, right? So something about this mingling or whatever, or this intertwining, and then they're bringing these children that intertwine because they like made some people go back to school, intertwine with these people, and then think, okay, now let's push this race out or this group out, but you can't because that one that you use is contaminated. Like it's like a mental illness that these people have for no reason. They're doing this. This is who you're looking. Well, you're not really looking to them. They're just bombarding their way in. If this was the case, like I said about the school, listen, that's how serious this is. Now we see that they wasn't able to, maybe with decoys or something like this or whatever this is. Maybe they have been able to, show somebody that they harmed you or something like this. Maybe even with your real body or something like this. But the real means of all this is going to be safe. It could be 1,000 times that they did something. The real means of this is safe. It's nothing to worry about. But first of all, I don't worry about the other people and what they doing unless it has something to do with them doing something to me that much. So no, I don't love that neighbor is like love myself. It's like me giving access to my neighbors to come in my house. No, I don't want that. This people is weird. A little bit. And they like to say, oh, I'm your friend or friend. No, you're not. You're talking to people and being around people that I don't like, I'm looking at, I don't trust, nothing like this. Ew, no, we're not. I was watching this thing yesterday where this girl and this boy, they was kind of like booed up. Like this guy was like really perplexed. I noticed how bothered. Now, I'm not going to say that this girl was perfect, but I did notice something. You know what? I'm not going to do this. We'll come back later to that one. But this is just a rundown. This is one of them early morning, just whatever this is. Okay? Because people is trying to claim devil or demon knowledge and say, oh, you letting out secret knowledge of God. No, I see you. I see what you are, at least on the surface level. I don't need to look that much deeper no more because I don't want nothing jumping on me. But you're not fooling me. You're not fooling me. Okay? I think that when Jesus went in the Bible like a thief of the night, This also is the Caesar Borgia energy or something up there's a the the Borgia energy also. I'm thinking about the image that I remember of Caesar Borgia with the chin. Okay, somebody is a fake Jesus or a fake Christ. This could be also, like I said, what was it, King Henry of Spain or Edward or whichever one of Spain. Okay, um, the face shape of these people is different. The phenotype and something that is different. It's different. It's the chin for me. It's like moon energy. It's not the sun. So even people thought they were slick, put these people in the industry or online and stuff like this, getting attention with these things. Like you say, and there's none above me. Somebody was taking like a Natalie Nunn energy and try to put it above me and say, oh, that none above me, or none can have this, or none can do this, or something like this. Somebody's using that. Do you get what I'm saying? These people it's obnoxious. It's just really obnoxious. This is just like, I just opened up my eyes, went outside, smoked a cigarette, came in here, turned on the camera. This is just a rundown. We're not even doing nothing yet. We're just not even doing, because they think that this professional hoity-toity, oh yes, I've read so many books, and then none of that shit gonna matter. Oh, I've done my family tree. None of that shit gonna matter. I'm telling you, it's not gonna matter in the end. It's just a distraction. Once you get into, when you step into that light and you start moving that way, none of that stuff that matter. It's irrelevance. It's irrelevant. Don't do nothing with me that I can't see you doing with me on the 3D. If we can't, I watched a movie about a man that was like a memory detective. Okay, and he went to go help this young girl. She was locked in her room. She had guards because she was doing harmful stuff. Excuse me, where she might harm herself. Okay, and all these things or whatever. She was a mastermind a little bit too. And they every day he would come to the house. They would talk a little bit, like go into a deep trance or whatever, and then they would, hash up, go into a memory together or something like this, and then at some point in time they would pull themselves out of the out of the trance or whatever like this, and then talk about these feelings, about these memories or something, because they were looking for a certain memory to see why this girl had a blockage. Imagine there's a court case that you don't know going on, that maybe has something to do with you. First of all, that would be against the law because the person was supposed to be in the court and they wasn't. All right. And imagine that somebody was saying, I'm a therapist, I'm a professional therapist, but what they was doing was signed up with the town hall meeting or the town council around here, and they were plugging something into a chosen one or a holy one or a son of God's head, acting like these people are so gifted, getting in the way, deterring many people more. This is why they killed people in the past, manipulating everybody's mind, making them do vile things to other people or something like this. And you find out about, you're not gonna break it up. You're gonna keep the people around and just say, just scoot over here. Don't come back and do that. They got an addiction to it. You see, then you start thinking, oh, I can make money off of this. This person doing these crimes to people, and then we do it like this and then show it to people. And people seem to, it just is sick. It's sick. You're gonna keep it's the opposite these days. Like, you're gonna keep the people around and pay them more when that's gonna do something. Okay, so you feel like you got that much power where you're not even concerned about your company business or this company that you so-called built up, and it's got our family name on it, and we can't have this person brewing it or something. Are you sure? Because if this is what the vows of your value, I said the vows, if this is the values of your company, eventually, unless you been able to take something and put it in some kind of chip and give everybody a shot or make everybody drink it or put it in our water or something, these people, that's what I'm saying. Then these people not thinking it's a hive mentality. Because even the thing about the dream about that I had about the bees the other day, I had started thinking about the swarm. That girl that wanted to be like that one girl so bad, and then she ended up. I think she ended up being killer or something. I never watched the movie, but even I was thinking about that with the bangs that the girl was wearing and stuff like this, and I was thinking about that girl Diamond, that I think is the younger Beyonce, because if you look at Beyonce and her younger clips and stuff like this, she definitely had ADD. She definitely had something. She definitely had something wrong with her mental space. You could tell when they was trying to practice performances and stuff at a early, I would say somewhere between, maybe I could be wrong, but maybe between 9 and 12. Okay, so somewhere maybe between 9 and 12, somebody could have detected something like that. Do you understand? And now that I'm thinking about it, that Swarm girl and also the Precious girl, that's giving me Precious and Swarm. So somebody's really on to, they're on something today. Somebody right now, people is really on something here. Okay, I really didn't like that. I run this city thing or whatever that I keep on hearing, especially after my daughter. Something just ain't sitting right with me. After my daughter went to the movies or whatever. And I think she came back and took a shower and everything. Something just ain't sitting right. Something, it just feels like a hate crime. Now, y'all, we just doing a quick, you know what I'm saying? Just a pick me up, a perky something. This is only for like them, right? That know what the hell I'm saying. Because I wonder if these people got other kids. Because I don't know why, when I haven't met this mom yet. I don't think I've seen her yet. She's very mysterious. The child is very dependent, independent. She do have to walk home by herself and everything. She was a little younger. So this could be somebody that's of the Taliban or something like this. But, I had to think about that. Because obviously the Taliban like when people abandon their children and leave them straggling on the streets so they can have access to them. So they can break them in and then boost up their energy or whatever like this and keep going on. We don't want you going on. We don't want you going on. Not here. We don't want Sharia law. Who the fuck is Sharia? Don't sound like God to me. It don't sound like Shalana to me. Maybe that's my real name. But again, it's not my failed at your job. These people failed at their job on purpose because of some type of prejudice. Bottom line. And that's how your whole little thing is about to get thwarted. Because this work is necessary to go on. Yours is not. We've seen it. Wisdom has turned it into some stupid foolery and witchcraftery, exactly what it is, right before the eyes of the people that listen to this channel or whatever this is. Let's cancel it. Move it out the way. Somebody with so much less knowledge is busting down these theories or something like this. Move it out the way. It's in the way. I learned what these people are doing. They're overpiling and not taking care of and not policing and not enforcing the law and not. This is what they're doing on purpose so that real work cannot begin, real healing cannot begin, real something cannot. It's just a waste of all of our time on earth here. It's a waste. It's a waste. Forget the land. The minds of these people is wasted. And these are the people that they're placing in the position. Who cares about school and education? If these are the people that they're placing in the school board and placing as teachers and placing here and there, forget about it. Forget about it. If they're using mind control in the school building, elementary school or something, forget about it. Forget about it. Of how, with this, I gave a prophecy a long time ago about the structure of what, and how get your kids out of school. But then as things start going, I'm like, okay, well, they should be able to have a choice, and then like this or whatever, like this. But then I thought about it, like, wait, they're not getting to Hollywood to sell their soul. They're selling it right in school. A pipeline to that instead. So what would it matter if all these particular entities are being placed, they're taking over in some kind of way where they're being placed in police stations, and these people like to see little responses. They like to send me stuff on TV. They know I'm going to put the formula together and then answer something about it or something like this. But we're so far beyond that. God is so far beyond that. This is just a runaround. It's just like, I don't know how to explain it to y'all. How people bide time in prison or something, waiting for everybody else to get caught up. These people think that they're doing that with us, or they're teaching us lessons, or so this old information that you bragging about, mommy watching them using my black box, using the materials from my mind or whatever to create, or connecting to me to create, even making it seem like they're doing it better than me or more accurate. Those people are not supposed to be doing that anyways. That's showing somebody's face. That's showing somebody's face. That's mind reading or pulling something out of somebody's mind. And if these people are supposed to be in heaven, now if they in hell or lower, whatever you expelling about yeah, it's gonna get you famous, but it's not moving anybody, it's not healing anybody, it's not doing anything. It's dead. It's herbal, or it's dead. Like these people. It's not doing anything to revive anything. They just think that it's going to take over. Like, why? They just care about the fact that they're getting the minds of the people. Well, what's the difference between you? I'm not them. We made a different stuff. When you go to the bakery, you can get a damn jelly. Uh-oh. They're made with the same baking dish, with the same everything, the same outside dough pastry, but the inside is different. There's different stuff in there. What do you mean, what's the difference? It's different. One is a blueberry one, and one that got raspberries in it. That's the difference. You could talk all you want to, but my Bible say that it's gonna be people that's gonna be keeping their body clean, or their outside of their temple clean, but they gonna have. Oh, I don't got no problem keeping it well shaven or whatever, because I don't have nothing like this. But they don't have no bumps or something on the outside. They got them on the inside. Like, I don't understand what people don't know. Or you so ugly and fat, it don't matter what the cup look like on the outside. It was on the inside. These people are so shallow and they just taking up space. This is the fossil. It's not the. We need some gas X. Won't they put that in the chemtrails? Won't they put gas X in the chemtrails? Somebody tried to get themselves back into something. And I just noticed with the Princes, I just noticed how many people also just look like Prince, like Natalie Nunn and them. And somebody's like, well, I had to let you go. Okay. These people think they killed off what God created, and they made it. They mixed these people with people that was famous or popular, or some of these background singers that didn't make it, the one hit wonders. These is really the mad bitches that's behind the scenes doing tarot. Mad at people in the industry, or people that had children in the industry, or mad because somebody took their work and kicked them out because they started looking funny, and they just created a clone to do the job. This is somebody wants you to feel like this, even though I didn't have nothing to do with that. Somebody want me to. I came to cleanse the world and then enjoy it, not be battered the whole time. Like, there's an end to this. You see what I'm saying? Hold on one second, y'all.